Good evening, viewer. Welcome to our Globe TV's breaking news. Yes, the United States government says that they had every expectation from Israel that it will accept the ceasefire proposal, which will begin with a 6 weeks halt of hostilities in Gaza if Hamas agrees to the deal, said National Security Council spokesman John Kirby. US spokesperson Kirby made the remarks at a time when two far-right Israeli ministers threatened to topple Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's coalition government. Last week, US President Joe Biden laid out the three-part ceasefire plan which will ensure a surge of humanitarian aid and will also enable the exchange of hostages and Palestinian prisoners before the war is brought to a permanent end. However, the ceasefire proposal had to face vocal opposition from a few members of Israel's government. In an interview on ABC News this week on Sunday morning, June 2nd, Kirby said, "We have every expectation that if Hamas agrees to the proposal as was transmitted to them, an Israeli proposal, that Israel would say yes. We are waiting for an official response from Hamas," Kirby said, and added the US believe that both sides will agree to start the first phase of the plan as soon as possible. He again added that in the initial 6-week pause in the war, the two sides would sit down and try to negotiate what phase 2 could look like and when that could begin. Biden had earlier appealed to Hamas to accept the offer and the Israeli government to stand behind it. He said that the ceasefire plan would bring all the hostages home, ensure Israel's security, create a better day after in Gaza without Hamas in power, and set the stage for a political settlement that provides a better future for Israelis and Palestinians alike. Then, he said, the ceasefire will become the cessation of the hostilities permanently. Meanwhile, Biden discussed the proposed Gaza ceasefire plan with the top Israeli officials on Sunday, June 2nd, said the State Department. As per the statement, Blinken held talks with both Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant and War Cabinet Minister Benny Gantz. In the two calls, the US officials commended Israel for the proposal and said the onus was on Hamas to agree. Two far-right Israeli ministers on Saturday, June 1st, said that they would quit and topple the country's governing coalition if Netanyahu gave a nod to the deal. Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich and National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir clearly opposed finalizing any deal before destroying Hamas. Talking to social media, Smotrich said that he had made it clear to the Prime Minister that he would not be part of a government that will agree to the proposed outline and end the war without destroying Hamas and returning all the hostages. Smotrich said that the fighting must continue till the destruction of Hamas and the return of all hostages, as well as the creation of a completely different security reality in Gaza and Lebanon. Meanwhile, National Security Minister Ben-Gvir called the deal reckless and a victory for terrorism. If the Prime Minister implements the reckless deal under the conditions published today, which mean the end of the war and the giving up on the elimination of Hamas, Ochma Yehudit will dissolve the government, the minister said. BN this exclusive report, Globe TV, Delhi, Bharat.